dudes saying they got their passport and they about to go overseas to find their wife, and you see they have the initials SYSBM in their bio, which is short for Save Yourself Black Man. Those dudes are tricks. These dudes have a firm understanding that they're so socially awkward and so socially inept that they need to pay to have access to coochie. Thing is, they're so broke that they can't afford the cost of women, sex workers here in the United States. So these dudes with warehouse jobs, these are the type of Negroes that work on the line up there in Detroit in the car plants. They take their little 35, 40K overseas because it stretches longer.
Talking about how they are sick of women in America and how they're going to get their passports and go overseas and find them a wife. Well, the truth of the matter is you don't want a wife. You want a slave. You want a maid. You want a personal assistant. These women are in dire financial need. And it sickens me that you get online and vocalize and brag about getting your passports and going to these countries with these to get a wife who needs a green card to escape extreme poverty. Whether you pay her family, whether you pay her, whether no matter what the circumstance is, she is in a dire situation. How dare you capitalize off of the fact that this woman just wants to live and thrive financially. And then you call it a marriage. That's not marriage. It's modern day slavery, and I think that it's sick. I think that it's disgusting, and all you're really doing is sifting yourself from the real divine masculines and alpha males. Because when they walk in the room, we know it. You know why? Because we feel safe. And we're not safe with you. And we know it, and that's why we're disrespectful to you. That's why we don't like you, and that's why we don't give a damn that you're going to another country to find a wife. And while you're there, get the help you need to heal your inner child, because we know that you're unhealed, that you are narcissistic, and that you're a toxic person. So while you're spending your money on your new bride, be sure to get the help that you need to. We ain't mad. We don't want you. We see you. You're not a divine masculine. We ain't mad.
And I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And the one that there are two that stand out foremost in my mind. One is the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight.
Yo! Back at you with another episode. New year, new day. Still here, you know. Hey, share this episode. You might not like how things are, but at least we're here to see another day. That's what my grandmother used to tell me when I was growing up. But it's really true, you know, because everybody didn't make it from last year. Some people didn't make it, man. Maybe you know some people that passed away, didn't make it. So within the chaos, there's always something you can be grateful for. You know, that's how I was taught. Good time, bad time is always something you can be grateful for, man. I know sometimes we take things for granted and we kind of like, oh, what do I have to be grateful for? You know. But no, man, everybody didn't make it last year. You know, that's just a part of life. Everybody ain't gonna make it, you know. But hey, you know, we're gonna do like we always do. We're gonna talk that talk, and we're gonna go out and make it happen, man. That's what we do over here, you know. Whether you watching the replay or watching the live, we gonna make it do what it do, baby. Ain't nothing changed but the year. You know? So, you know, in life, you have to choose to be happy. It's like you choose your relationships. And a lot of times, a lot of people are kind of waiting around. A lot of people got this Messiah complex. They kind of waiting around to see if anybody's coming to save them or whatever. I realized when I was about 31 that nobody's coming to save me. When I was 31, I realized, man, I was like, yo, I'm out here by myself, yo. I'm fucked up, yo. Nobody's coming to save me. Yeah, you know, you got family, you got friends. They might look up for you, throw you a bone every once in a while. And some of your family and friends, they can't really do anything to help you. They might not be in your line of work. They might not have the same beliefs as you. That's just what it is. You know? And maybe you need to get some new friends. Maybe you need to expand your horizons. But at the end of the day, you have to live your life. Nobody else is going to live your life. I realized this when I was 32 years old, man. I'm like, yo, I'm out here by myself, yo. And everything I decide to do, it seemed like a lot of people was against it. And it's all positive things. Nothing negative. No criminal type shit. But everybody's against it. I'm like, damn, it seemed that way. Of course, not everybody. But it's a lot of negativity at the time. And it ain't changed that much. I just don't tell everybody what I'm doing as much as I used to in the past. In the past, I used to tell people what I was going to do ahead of time, and they tried to talk me out of it. What type of shit is that? If we supposed to be friends, why would you try to talk me out of it? Especially if you've never done it before. They tell me, well, my uncle tried it, my dad did it, my mom did it, my cousin did it. Yeah, but have you done it? No. Come on, man. And this was common, you know? One of my older women of my church past, we're still here, can't wait till tomorrow to make moves. Yeah. Yeah, everybody ain't gonna make it, man. That's just reality. And I learned this when I was in my when I was in my 30s. When I was in my 30s, man, I kind of got a rude awakening, man. Because some people died early. They didn't even make it to 30. They didn't even make it to 40. I'm like, how the hell you can't make it to 40? Think about that. Think about that shit, man. You can't make it to 40 without getting sick. Come on, man. I mean, how the hell you can't make it to 40 without getting sick or dying? Yeah, I know some freak accidents, some shit out of control, out of your control. I understand that. I know. But how the hell you got cancer and you in the 30s? How did this happen? That didn't happen when I was growing up. I didn't see that when I was a teenager. People, man, the way sickness is today, man, I could count on I didn't know a lot of sick people when I was growing up. It's less than 20 people I knew was sick. Diabetes, cancer. Cancer was like, that was rare when I was growing up. I mean, I can remember, I could tell you everybody I know that had cancer when I was growing up. Everybody that was a diabetic when I was growing up. I didn't know too many pill poppers when I was growing up. You go to people's house today, go in the bathroom, open the cabinet, full of pills. Like, damn. What type of chick is this? And this chick is late 20s, early 30s, late 30s. She popping what? Blood thinners, antidepressants. Like, what the hell's going on, man? They be like, oh, if you ask them about it, hey, why you take antidepressants? Oh, I have anxiety. And why do you have anxiety? Why do you have anxiety? I asked them. I know most of the time they ain't doing shit, which is the reason why they have depression. Because they ain't doing nothing. They got too much time on their hands. They're just they're not productive enough. That's what depression comes from. Because if you're doing shit, you're not going to be sitting around shooting the breeze, drinking beer, smoking, getting high. Because if you're busy, you're productive, you're not going to have time to be talking on the telephone, or trolling on the internet, or hanging out with your buddy from work. You're not going to have time to be thinking what your friend's doing over there. You're not going to have time to be trying to compare yourself to what the neighbor's doing, what your friend's doing, or what your parents think about you. It's too much free time people have. That's where a lot of that depression comes from. And they think that and a lot of people think that there's something that they're not. A lot of people have an entitlement mentality like, oh, I should be doing better than this. No. You get what you earn. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of isms out here. I know. There's a lot of laws and public policy that's biased. But a lot of these people are the main ones that are depressed. No. See, a lot of people that see those laws and public policies that's still on the books from 100 years, 200 years ago, they're not working as well as it used to. And a lot of it has to do with technology. You know? Now, I understand that a lot of us were dealt a bad hand. I get that. I get that, you know. A lot of us were dealt a bad hand. We can't pick. We don't get to pick our parents. I get that. I understand all that. But there's going to come a time where you got to stop blaming your parents. Well, I know it's hard because your parents might have been dirtbags. You know, I know everything ain't your fault. I understand all of that. You know, but you might have some dirtbag. There's a lot of dirtbag parents out here, man and woman. You ain't raised yourself. I get it, you know, but at some point, how long are you going to keep on that damn roller coaster of failure? You were set up to fail more than likely if you had dirtbag parents. I get it. You know, maybe you had two dirtbag parents. That's even more of a setup to fail. I understand all that. Now, I didn't come from dirtbag parents. I can understand, I can't relate. But at some point, you're going to have to break out of that crutch. You're going to have to get out of that. Because what's going to happen, it's going to you got to break the chains, cut the shackles. Somebody in your family, your brother, sister, somebody's going to have to do it. Or maybe you all do it together. I don't know. Now, a lot of that depression comes from there, too. A lot of depression comes from that. Your upbringing, the environment. The environment in itself, whether you're in the suburbs, the hood, the backwoods, Mississippi. I mean, the environment itself is toxic. Doesn't matter how it look. The trees might look good, the grass might look good, but the environment, just overall, is toxic. Well, we understand this. You know what I'm saying? Now, is the hood worse than the suburbs or the country areas or downtown, wherever, downtown, I don't know. Charlotte? Probably so. The hood the hood destroys people. I don't know. Some of these neighborhoods, man, are like war zones. Especially if you live in places like LA, Little Rock, Arkansas. Some of these neighborhoods are so damn. Damn. And that Midwest, God damn. The drugs is running rampant around in that Midwest, boy. Damn. Man, some parts of the Midwest, man, and some parts of LA, I be thinking I'm in a third world country sometimes, man. When I was coming through a lot of the places. God damn. And I be hoping that nobody's staying in that neighborhood or in that house. And somebody come out, I say, God damn. You know, people shouldn't be living like that. But, man, that's how it is, man. You know, that's how it is. So that's where a lot of that depression comes from. And the environment makes people act crazy. I get that. I understand all that. You know? And if you throw in the free time on top of that, oh, shit. You created a monster. You know? But still within all that chaos, you still gotta find a way out of that shit. You gotta find a way out of that shit. And it's gonna be hard as a son of a bitch. I know it's gonna be hard. But you fighting up against so many different obstacles, so many different roadblocks. I can only imagine, you know, being out the hood and fighting it, living out the hood and fighting up against different obstacles and roadblocks is one thing. But if you in the hood, you got, oh my God, you know, the environment is really half. I'm not gonna. Environment is half the game, really. Environment and the people. You need people. You know, don't see a lot of people treat people like a goddamn. A lot of people don't see the value of friendships and people. They treat people like a thing, like a machine, some shit like that. And it's like they people are very disrespectful. And a lot of these people tend to be antisocial too. You know? And it's part of the reason why a lot of people have relationship problems. Because they treat people kind of like the person that comes in my life is supposed to make my life easier. No, they're not. They're not supposed to make your life easier. No. That's somebody's supposed to. Relationship is like this: two people come together, and y'all supposed to be going somewhere, like a vessel. The other person ain't supposed to be making your life easier. They're not responsible for your happiness. Now they can add to your happiness. They can build on your happiness, but you should be happy before they come in. Otherwise, you're just gonna make them miserable. And both of y'all might be miserable. You know, shit don't work like that. That's like the wrong approach. You know? That's why people get in a relationship with the wrong intent. They get together because it's for convenience. The girl get pregnant. She can't take care of herself. He can't take care of himself. You know, all kind of weird shit going on, man. You know? And then you wonder why the shit don't work. Most of the time, people talk you out of things because God didn't put the idea in their hearts. They can't understand your will. Yeah, that's true. I have to push back. I don't think it's free time. I think they don't have direction on what to do with the free time. That's where the depression comes from. Yeah, that's true too. You know, a lot of people want to do better, but they don't know what to do because unfortunately, a lot of people don't get certain opportunities. And then a lot of people kind of waiting around They kind of, let me tell you, I used to be like this. I used to be kind of dependent on people, like too much. And I used to like, and that always kind of failed. When I kind of depended on people to do certain things, like, and that shit almost always failed. You gotta stop. Sometimes you gotta create your own opportunities. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's just not a good idea to be waiting around on somebody else to create opportunities for yourself. I just don't think that's a good idea. You know, that's just my opinion. So now it's okay if somebody do you a favor. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I need your help, and that's cool. But anything in regards to my livelihood, no. I don't trust anybody when it comes to that. Nah, I'm in charge of that. You know? Because, see, I know that nobody is going to care about my livelihood as much as me. You know? And on top of that, nobody loves me as much as me. No. I know a lot of people, I love you, man. That's cool. You don't love me as much as me, though. No, nobody does. Nobody does. You know, man or woman. No. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a great thing, really. You know? And this is why I always say happiness is an inside job. You look, it's hard doing the right thing and trying to be the best you can be if you're not in the right environment around good, healthy, positive people with good relationships. It's hard. Now, nobody's going to be happy 24/7, 365. Hell no. Who the hell? Nobody's happy 365 days of the year. Hell no. That's bullshit. I hear people talk like that. Hell no. Some days, some parts of the day, I ain't happy. But for the most part of the day, I am. You know, some days I wake up, I might not feel that good. But as the day goes on, I start to feel better. And that's just life. That's just how it is sometimes. You know, maybe you're the type, you're a happy-go-lucky type. You wake up every day, you're happy, you're smiling, you're laughing, you good attitude. That's great. I used to be like that when I was in my 20s. But I'm not like that no more. You know? And a lot of it has to do with my experiences just living life. You know? A lot of us been beat up. A lot of us done got our asses kicked out here, man. Just mentally speaking. And sometimes physically. Well, that's just reality. And that's part of manhood. Look, you have to fight for what you want. That's why they said freedom ain't free. You have to fight for what you want. And nobody's going to give you anything. Yeah, they might do a favor. They might throw you a bone, give you some info, give you some information. Whatever. They might show you whatever, talk to you, take you to dinner, You go to the conference. Yeah, that's cool. But then that shit ain't for free. There's time. There might be some money involved. Whatever. You know, you have to sacrifice if you want things to get better. You can't have it all. At least not all at the same time. You can have it all, but not all at the same time. You're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to pay the price. It's a price to pay for freedom, financial freedom. That's how the real world works. You know? That's how it is, man. It's doggy dog out here, too. It ain't no damn peaches and cream out here. You have to go, look, wherever you at in your life, in your space, in your area, you have to dominate. And then you elevate. Dominate, motivate, elevate. That's it. Wherever you at, I don't care if you're in the hood in Mexico. Wherever you at, you have to be the best you can be. Dominate, and you elevate. And then you move on to bigger and better things. That's how it is. That's how it usually works. Now, I learned this when I was in the military. Yeah. Be the best you can be. If you can't be the best, okay. If I can't be the best I can be in that area, I just won't do it at all. It's a waste of time. I ain't trying to be mediocre and average in whatever it is. Hell no, what I'm doing that for? I keep my ass home. Just don't do shit. You know? That's how it is, man. I want to be the best of the best in whatever I'm doing. I ain't trying to be mediocre. That's what most people are doing. They be talking that crap. I'll give it a shot. Give it a shot. What? My mind don't work like that. No. Give it a shot. Oh, no. That sounds like failure. No excuses, buddy. Balls to the wall. I'm 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Either I'm going to go all in or go home. You know, I don't know. I don't know how else to approach anything. You know, I just try to be the best I can be at any given time. And I try to stay ready at any given time. Like people say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's true. That's really true. You stay prepared, you don't got to prepare. That's why I never get caught off guard. Anything, really. I haven't really got caught off guard in, 15 years. I'm always 2 to 5 steps ahead. I can sometimes anticipate what might happen or what might not happen. And see, most people don't fail. They just quit. You know, now you're always going to fall, but you should get back up. And you adapt, execute, They keep it moving. But most people, they quit. They quit before they even get started sometimes. It doesn't work. That's what, 'cause a lot of people feel like it's supposed to be easy. I don't know if it's supposed to be easy. I never had anything easy. I don't know about anybody else. I never had anything easy. I never seen it that way. I don't know. It hasn't been, I don't know, kind of smooth rolling, or does it get easier after a while? Of course. Is it harder in the beginning than down the line? Of course. But I don't know if easy. Man, I never seen it like that. I don't know. When you help others all the time, waiting for them to help you, now taking your energy to help their situation, there is no energy left over to help you focus on yourself. You're all drained. Well, it just depends on who you're trying to help. If you're trying to help people that are bloodsuckers, well, yeah, the bloodsuckers will drain everything out of you. It just depends on who you're trying to help. It's always, I've been on two sides of the coin when it comes to that. I've been around the bloodsuckers, and then I've been around with people that they reciprocate. They appreciate the fact that I helped them out. So it just depends on who the people who people you associate yourself with. A lot of times, a lot of guys will say, "Hey man, I got to take advantage of by this woman. I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna do that shit no more." You might have, a lot of guys do crazy shit, in my opinion. This shit, they do things too fast. Like they'll take the girl to the mall. I'm like, what you doing that for? Or start paying bills. I'm like, you just met her like last month, bro. God damn. No, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's kind of too fast for me, man. I'm not a fast mover like that. And then the girl will cut them off shortly afterward and move on to some other guy or whatever. And sometimes I say, don't change who you are and how you act and what you do around people. Change who you do it towards. That's why I always say, man, sometimes it's not the act. It's the woman or the person or the group of people. It's who you associate with. There's some people, man, that won't take advantage of you. They won't do it. Even if they can, they won't do it. I'm one of those people. I won't take advantage of people. And I had plenty of opportunities all the time to take advantage of people. I don't do it. But everybody ain't like that. It depends on where you at mentally and sometimes physically. Now I'm gonna say this. If the person is been struggling for a while, having a hard time, they don't really have a sense of pride. If they can take advantage of you, they probably will. That's just how that is. But let's take the opposite side of the coin. If the person's in a good place, they're happy with who they are and what they're doing, they probably not going to really take advantage of you like that. That's usually how it goes. Now, you got some people that are opportunists. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. If they're opportunists, if the opportunity is there to do whatever, and if they feel like they ain't gonna get caught, I'll be damned. They will. They'll do it. You know, some people are like that. if ain't nobody watching, shit. Some people are like that. But this is why you have to watch the company you keep. You know? You gotta watch the company you keep. That's where the person morals and their values comes into play. You know, I'll give you an example. Some people, like I use myself as an example. If I know my buddy used to talk to that woman, he dated that woman, relationship with that woman for, I don't know, 2-3 years or whatever. It doesn't matter how long they were together. But if I know my friend had a relationship with that woman, married to that woman, she's off limits for life if they get a divorce. If they get a divorce, she's off limits for life. I'll never take her out. I wouldn't even look at her. I wouldn't even look at her like that. That's just me. Now, some people will say, hey, it's free game. They ain't divorced. He ain't got nothing to do with her. She ain't got nothing to do with him. I saw her. I got at her. I hit it. What's wrong with that? I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I'm just saying she's off limits for me. Because that's just me. So it depends on your values and morals, how you see it. And principles as well. I don't see it right or wrong. Those are just my choices. That's all. You know. You know, some people were like, hey man, they're not wrong with that. I didn't say anything was wrong with it. I'm just saying that's just how I roll. That's all. You know. But hey, I'm gonna put the link in here. I'm putting the link in here. You know. Yeah, you know, it just depends on your values. This is why you have to get to know people. See how they get down. How do they see things? You know, you have to vet people. And you don't have to put up with no BS. If you meet a new woman, and if you don't like how she get down, you can fall back. If you think she's disrespectful, you can fall back. If you think she's combative, you can fall back. You don't got to put up with no BS. You don't. You know, I don't tolerate no disrespect from nobody, really. I don't tolerate disrespect from anybody. I'd be like, and I don't make a scene. I'd be like, I just call them to the side. But hey, you can't talk to me like that. And that doesn't happen often because mostly if somebody says something I don't like, I usually give them a look. And they'd be like, oh, my bad. Yeah, that's how it usually go. If a woman, I usually give them a look. And they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, or whatever. That's it. Yeah, if they've been around me long enough, they'll know what that look is. Now, if it's something that happens over and over and over again, I'll fall back. You know? But something that I don't like, or if somebody say something I don't like, most of the people that know me, I'm probably gonna be out. Like if I go to one of my friends' house, and let's say they have a cookout, and if somebody's over there saying or doing something that I don't like, I'm probably gonna be out because I was taught not to disrespect anybody's household. So to not create a scene, I would just roll out. And anybody that knows me, they know why I would probably be leaving. It's not because I planned it that way or no, somebody probably done something or said something he ain't like, and he gonna be gone. And the next day, they'll call me and say, hey, why'd you leave so early? And I'll tell them what happened. And they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna talk to you. I'll take care of that. You know, something like that. You know? Because I wasn't taught to disrespect nobody's household. Nah, I wasn't taught to do that. You know, I don't go off at nobody else's house or whatever. You know, I do whatever where I live at. I do whatever. I don't give a shit. But anybody else's household, I'm like, nah, man, I ain't doing that shit. I don't live there. I don't have to be there. I can leave. You know? I can leave. I don't gotta stay at nobody else's household. So what the hell am I getting upset for? Don't make no sense. Shit. You know? Don't make no sense, man. You know, gotta. We all have choices, man. And you gotta pick your battles. You know? But nobody's coming to save you. I know, hey, you might be religious or whatever. Jesus Christ ain't coming. You know. I know you might be a Muslim, Jewish. Nobody's coming to save you. A Mormon, whatever. Nobody's coming to save you. You're gonna have to save yourself. You know, whatever that entails. And there's more than one way to skin a cat, like they usually say back in the day. There's more than one way to do almost anything, to accomplish almost anything. That's the good news. But you're gonna have to get it started. Whatever that thing is, that path is, to success is, whatever that means to you. You're gonna have to get it started. And the right people will show up. That's been proven to be true for me and many people, you know. And you might not have a big fan of people jumping up and down, you know, high-fiving for you in the beginning. That's probably not going to happen. Now, that might happen later. But usually in the beginning, it's probably going to be you and one person. And it might be like that for years. And then a group of people will show up then. And then you keep moving forward, keep pushing. You need people. You can't, nobody's doing anything by themselves out here. Not anything major anyway. Nobody's doing that shit. I had a guy tell me years ago, he said, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go slow, but if you want it to last, go with a group. I had a guy tell me that years ago. You know, he was a rich dude too. And he's still, I think he's a billionaire today. You know who that guy was? You heard of him. Robert Smith told me that 20 years ago. Robert Smith told me that 20 years ago at a conference. Yeah. 20 years ago. He told me that. This was like early 2000. It's like 2001, 2002. At a direct sales conference at the time. And Robert Smith was rich back then. He was rich. Like over 20 years ago, he was rich. This was before the internet took off. You know, this is like during the MySpace days. MySpace and Black Planet. Those days. This how I was meeting people off MySpace and Black Planet. I've been meeting people from off online like over 20 years ago. I've been meeting people online, in person, man and woman. However, at the same time, meeting people online is the hardest thing, in my opinion. It's really hard. Meeting people in person is way easier. Way easier, bro. Just walking up to somebody in person is way easier. Going on a website, an app, you're trying to get somebody to respond to you, to your message, picture. Oh, that shit is hard as hell, man. I mean, I'm good at it, but I don't think it's easy for most people. You think about this. You're trying to get somebody on a website, on an app, on your phone, through the computer, to pick up the phone and call you. Oh, that shit is hard, man. And you competing against that woman you're sending this message to. She's getting 50, 100 emails, sometimes daily or every 2 days. That's not easy. Meanwhile, if you saw some woman at Target you think she's attractive, just walk up to her and introduce yourself. You can see everything. You can see her from her head to her toe, her body language. Everything you need to know in the moment is right there. Online, you can't see nothing. You might be getting catfish. You don't even know it's a real person. It might be an employee you talking to and it's acting like a woman. That's the thing about being online. You don't. Somebody might be capping. You don't know, man. Alabama in the house. Somebody might be capping, man. You might be thinking that you talking to a real person, and you be like, man, wait a minute. You say, hey, let's do a FaceTime. The person be like, oh, I can't do that right now. My phone won't let me. You like, what? They come up with all these excuses why they can't do it. Or they telling you to go to some other app off the website. I'm like, or you tell them they might have a kind of a video feature on the website that you're using. So you tell her, you might send her a message, hey, get on the cam. And she turned you down. So you don't even know if you're dealing with a real person on the internet, man, most of the time. But meanwhile, you've been sending messages to this so-called woman for 2 months. You don't even know if she's real or not. And all of a sudden, she just disappears. And she don't answer the messages no more. And you've been sending emails with her for 2 months. Wasting your damn time. This is why I say meeting people online is much more difficult. You don't even know if it's the real deal. That's why I say I ain't gonna be sending you no emails back and forth for no damn month and 2 months and 6 months and a year. I'm getting you on the phone as soon as possible. And if that ain't the case, well, I fall back. I keep it moving. You know, if you can't get on the phone or I just want to text, I keep it moving. You know? I keep it moving, man. So we should have a hard pass as far as online dating is concerned. No, I say if you're good at it, great. But if you're not good at it, just leave that shit alone. That's all now, if you want to learn, hey, I'm one of the best at doing this shit. I think I'm one of the best at doing it. I'm the best at doing it around the people that I'm around, for sure. That's a fact. I've been doing this for 20 years. You know, I've been meeting people worldwide. You know, I've had women get on the plane, come and see me. Yeah. I don't just talk this shit. I live this shit that I talk about. But if you want to learn it, cool. But if you're not good at it and you're just trying to wing it, no, winging it is not a good strategy. That's all I'm saying. You know, winging it is not a good strategy. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't know, a lot of guys don't know what to say. They don't know what to say when they're online. You know, I learned this through direct sales, by the way. I learned this through direct sales because what used to happen is there's a certain way of speaking online or through words or text, email that people used to do around me back in the day. And I didn't understand it at the time. Until they taught me how to do it and understand the psychology of it. And I just practiced and got good at it. You know? And it works. What's your take on flying girls out at your expense? Well, it depends on why am I doing it? I mean, why am I doing it? Is it for sex? No, I'm not doing it just for sex. I can get sex with somebody in my city, in my town. It has to be something else that comes along with it. Am I trying to get to know this woman? Seriously? Okay. Is she's a groupie? Nah, I'm not doing that shit for no groupie. Has to be more to it than just sex. You know? Oh shit! Oh shit! Now some of these guys be flying out a lot of the filthy McNasties. A lot of these entertainers and rappers and shit. Actors and well, that's cool for them. But I'm not an entertainer. So I don't live that life. And it's not just about the money. I could easily get a girl a flight. I can easily do that. It's not just about the money. It's just like, why am I doing that? That's what I'm saying. What is really behind that? You know? What am I doing that for? That's the question you have to ask. Yeah. That's my take on that. If it's all about sex, I'm not doing it. If I want to get to know her, great. If I think she's the type of person I like to have her around, there's some people I just like being around them. They give me whatever they got, I want more of it. Great. You know, I want to get to know them more. I want to spend more time with them. I want to get to know them. Great. Oh, that's good. Great. But you can't pay attention to a lot of these entertainers. Let them do whatever they do. And most of the shit they do is reckless anyway. You can't model your life after Kanye West. Jay-Z, P. Diddy, any of these dudes. You can't model your life after them dudes, man. They do shit that's reckless, bro.
Again, you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what he does.
You know? That's how that shit is. I never wanted to be an entertainer anyway. I never wanted to be like Master P, Dr. Dre, P. Diddy, Jay-Z. I never want to be like these dudes. Most of these dudes are liars anyway. Most of these guys are liars. Perpetrators. They lie about how they grew up, their upbringing. I'm from the hood, man. Man, please. You went to college. Get out of here. Get out of here. I know a street dude when I see them. Come on, man. Stop playing. Just because you lived in the hood, that don't mean you a street dude. You just around everybody else, just hanging out. You ain't putting in no work. Get out of here. As you just stated, I really don't see you having a viable relationship with someone long distance. No, I don't believe in that long distance shit. Long distance relationship for what? Somebody better move. And it's probably ain't gonna be me.
Oh shit!
It probably ain't gonna be me. I don't believe in that shit. Man, most women don't believe in that shit, bro. Most women don't even believe in that.
This is no democracy. It is a dictatorship. I am the law. If you survive camp, you will be on the team. If you survive.
Yeah, most women don't even believe in that shit. You know? What the hell? Yeah, man. But hey, man, check out my my Patreon. You know, and all that good stuff. I said earlier, well, a couple of weeks ago, I'm gonna fall back on doing videos on here. I might do a video a week, if that. And don't forget to check out the podcast Love Can't Wait. You know?
I fought the good fight. I finished the race. I kept the faith.
Well, yeah, man. That's about all I got. You know? Like, share this episode. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Here from